You know we can see you, right? A Texas couple running a nationwide nail salon chain just pled guilty to practically hiding millions of dollars in money for the government. So what they did was they paid their employees cash instead of like actually running it through payroll to just avoid payroll taxes. And they rented a full nationwide chain. This ain't a mom and pop. This is a nationwide chain, and they still running it like they on the block with it. All right, then, little duffel bad boy. But I think it's important for everybody to know that you are never as low as you think you are. So the IRS ain't just checking your tax return every year. They checking your payroll taxes. They checking your bank accounts. They checking like your spending patterns. And the quicker people can understand that, the quicker they can actually go beat the IRS. Because you're not gonna play in their face and beat them. Like, let's think about it. Give an example, right? Me and you playing one-on-one in basketball. You follow all the rules, I follow all the rules, you beat me fair and square. I can dap you up, be like, I got you next time, and we can move on with life. But let's just say you cheated. If you cheated, depending on what's going on, we might actually find ourselves in a fight. We might find ourselves in an argument, and that's what people are doing to the IRS. You are literally cheating them out of their money when all the rules are so easily found. So here's what we need to take away from this. Like, you have to, especially as you're getting bigger, you have to do this stuff the right way, because if you don't, the IRS is going to feel played with, and they're not going to come get you at the moment you start playing with them. They're going to let you play with them until you owe them some real money, and then they coming for you because you playing the wrong game with the wrong people, and it's very few people who can call the people who pay you and say, don't get them another penny until they give me my money, and they can freeze your bank account. They can freeze all of these things. So what the takeaway has to be is stop thinking you can just play around with the IRS. Build your business, build it the right way, because at the end of the day, we can actually see you.
Good morning, Rachel. I know it's been a busy, busy week and we're doubling up on shoots today for the podcast, but I was wondering, can you just do me a solid and use the camera to film our intro? I'll be right back. I just got to take a
Film
quick
the
call.
intro?
Yeah, you know the blocking. It's like we get the high five, we get Albert coming in and turning on the sign, all that stuff.
Okay, I'll try.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you.
Hello and welcome to the real bottom line with Albert the CPA, featuring, you guessed it, Albert the CPA. Kind of knows, ain't it?
All right, y'all, let's talk about it. In this week, we're talking about Pat McGrath Labs and the room. Like, this is a black woman room over here. The room felt the way about this one because I'm not sure if you're familiar with it, but Pat McGrath Labs, and I'm gonna just read what we have prepared, is the first black-owned beauty brand to hit a 1 billion with a B valuation. They filed Chapter 11 in January 2026 with somewhere between 50 and 100 million in liabilities. By April, they did exit that bankruptcy, but they exited bankruptcy under new leadership. And although they were able to say the company, Mrs. McGrath, I'm assuming that's her real name, moved from CEO to Chief Creative Officer, and the brand has survived, but she's no longer in control of the company she built. And I think anytime we're talking about these beauty brands, it's really good to see minority-owned beauty brands, especially black-owned beauty brands, because the black woman is like one of the biggest consumers of beauty products. So she had actually built something, and it was working, and it was very valuable. And what happens is sometimes the creativeness, the leader is a creative, and the back office lets them down. So that's what's happened here. The brand didn't fail. The back office failed. The numbers people failed. The people who were supposed to be watching the money actually failed her because there were no checks and balances in place to ensure that all of the capital that was being raised was being used correctly. Because just looking at it, the court filing said it plainly, and I'm going to read what the court filing said. Unsustainable capital. That means we took out so much capital that we just couldn't afford to pay with it. Accumulated liability, same thing. Taking out so much in debt that we can't even pay it. Liquidity challenges means we took out so much in debt that we couldn't pay it. The money that we had We didn't use it in a way that will allow us to make money and pay back our debt. It was just mismanagement of money. But we don't see a failure to raise capital. We don't see any of those things that typically minority businesses go through. We actually have someone who had the capital. We have someone who got the money that they needed to build a business. We just didn't have a team around that creative to actually help her manage those numbers and that money in the right way. And what we have here is another story of another minority, a successful minority icon who built something amazing, lose it. Like, I want to just look into the camera as I say that. Like, she lost it. She built a $1 billion company and now she works there. I want everybody to Google Famous Amos. That needs to be, anybody who's watching this should be interested in business. I want everybody to Google the story of Famous Amos, because you can become the face of your own company and somebody else make all the money off of it. So we just want to make sure that we're not going to continue to have our icons get squeezed and shook down for the companies that they build. Because again, she did her part. She was the brand. She grew that thing, and we grew it to a really successful level. And then the issue here is we didn't have a team in place, a money team, financial advisors and stuff to ensure that we don't spend our way or lose sight of how this stuff is supposed to work. Because your brand truly can be everything, but the numbers under the hood can always take you out. And we just have to be sure that this stops happening here. This doesn't need to be another example of another brilliant black brand that's just taken over by somebody else. But that's what it's looking like right now.
Coming to the stage, Albert Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah.
We'll start with the story. So, Builder.ai raised nearly 500 M's from Microsoft, the Microsoft, and SoftBank at a 1.5 billion with a B valuation. When it collapsed, a viral post, not Right Choice, Albert CPA, Lauren Hurston, or none of these other people in here. A viral post alleged that the AI was actually a team of human developers pretending to be some software on the whole, like Wizard of Oz, The Wiz, if you one of my people, or what's the new one, Bray?
Oh, wicked.
Wicked. I hope they're happy right now.
Mess.
So this does remind us of a story.
Oh, yeah. There's a couple of stories we could talk about. But do you remember that time we thought we were hiring that sales wizard?
That ain't a story. I thought you were gonna go. Okay.
Nah. So we hired
That's
somebody.
not the story. That's not the story I thought we were going with for this week. But hey, I'm with you. Let's do it.
Hiring people from the DMs isn't always the way to go.
And I'll give some lead up. So sales.
So yes, we were looking for a salesperson. We thought we were hiring a sales wizard. This person was not a sales wizard. We got them different softwares, a laptop, a backpack. We put a lot of money into this person. They ain't sell nothing.
We still paying. We still paying.
Like, why are we still paying for you? You no longer here no more.
Yeah, because on paper, right? So all of the signs were there.
There were.
The social media presence, the words, the talking, the background, the experience, every single thing looked right. Just like the Wiz or the Wizard.
Yes.
Or what's his name in Wicked, Brain? You know?
I have no idea.
Anybody who else seen Wicked?
It's the wizard.
Whatever. Y'all know the dude. The dude.
Oz, yes.
Yeah, whatever his name was. Like, it all just looked so real. But when you actually make it over there to the castle,
Yes.
when you make it to the castle, yeah, when you make it to Emerald City,
Down the yellow brick road.
and you get in there and you start seeing how it really works, it just wasn't what it actually looked like.
No, not at all.
Yeah, and when you think about like all of the sacrifices, the relationships, and all of that stuff like that you lose dealing with wizards, this story stood out to me like crazy because I don't wish bad on nobody, but I hope this one is 100% true. Because all of our small business people, I know for a fact, if you've been around more than a couple years, you've hired somebody who looked like perfect on paper, showed up to the interview well, asked about their experience. They had experience in every single thing you needed. Like, this is it, y'all. This is the one. And I imagine Microsoft was like, oh my God, I can't believe we getting in this early. This ain't even a public race. It's just us and one other person. Oh my God, this is the one. And then just think, you pull that curtain back.
Just regular people.
They going to jail for that? That sounds like something they're gonna go to jail for.
I don't know.
I don't know. We need to look up if they go to jail, not pass and go. We need to look that up.
Clink, clink.
But we really did. We bought into the pitch. We bought into the vendor. We bought the tools. The vendor comes, of course. Well, it wasn't a vendor. It was an employee.
Yeah.
Comes over and just talks about all of the stuff they can do. We're like, man, so you great. Like, to help you with this, we're going to actually get these tools to make it easy on you. So we got the tools. We still got the tools. We ain't got the employee, but the tools are here being used by nobody. So I just, it's so funny to me because I keep just thinking about Microsoft just pulling the curtain back and just saying, they thinking they go into a data center and they
just
pull up
be
in this,
people.
just a team of people on laptops. Boy, they Outlook ain't gonna never work again.
I can't wait to
They Word ain't gonna never open. Every time they type it, they Word gonna shut down. You ain't calculating that in Excel. OneDrive just deleted all your files. I don't know who SoftBank is, so I ain't got nothing there for that.
Oh, no, I don't know either. But that was a wild time when we hired that person.
Yeah, because due diligence. You got to do your due diligence. We didn't learn a lot of these lessons we talk about weekly. We don't learn these lessons the hard way. So that's why this ain't one of them shows where it's a lot of this, unless you just played in the IRS face or played in somebody's face. Then it is like, you knew better than that. Well, Uncle Sam, what's the Uncle Sam? You knew better. But like a lot of this stuff is lessons we not actually learned in business ourselves by, not doing our due diligence, by trusting people, by just assuming that what people is saying is true, and just expecting people to be like us, high integrity. Like this a room, you see a lot of our main cast around here. Everybody in here is super high integrity.
Yes.
From Chrissy to Ray to Ice to Bray to Lauren. Like, we not finna get over on anybody.
Facts.
So when you surrounded by people like that all the time, you think that people are like that. And that's just not how people are. That's how we are.
Facts is why references are important.
Yeah, man, you got to do all that stuff that small business owners get, like, offended by.
Yes.
Like, who's your references? Like, show me. You righteously could get past a lot by when somebody say something, say, show me.
Yeah.
And if they get offended by having to show and prove,
They ain't the one.
they ain't the one. It ain't nothing you can challenge me to. We can take it to the basketball court, the football field, the accounting. We can husband off. You want to have a husband off? Let's husband off. You want to have a boss off? Ray, Chrissy, y'all better tell them. Y'all better tell them about me.
I don't want it.
Y'all don't want it with us, but you can challenge us, and we are willing to prove and show.
Show and prove.
But that's it for me, baby. I'll let you close it out.
No, well, yeah. It was a crazy time.
All right, y'all. It's time for this week's episode of Facts Only. 4 stories, only one is true. Right now, we have a clear leader in episode 4. It's Ray runs it all. 2 out of 3?
Yeah.
2 out of 3, 1 out of 3,
Yeah.
tie. All right, so getting right to it. I'm going to just go through the stories. Remember, only one is true. Number 1, a major Japanese electronics manufacturer hired outside investigators who uncover over 1,000 separate instances of improper accounting, resulting in $1.6 billion in potential charges. The company still hasn't released corrected financials. Number 2, What? What?
Nothing.
Oh. Number 2, a Florida staffing agency was caught listing 47 employees on payroll who all shared the same address. Number 3, a New York restaurant group deducted owner's $340,000 wedding as a client entertainment expense for multiple years before getting caught. And finally, a Texas LLC filed for bankruptcy owing 2.1 M's, then tried to refile under a new name 3 days later. same address, same EIN, and same accountant signing the paperwork. So we got a Japanese electronics manufacturer with over 100,000 separate instances of improper accounting. We got a Florida staffing agency with 47 employees who live together. We got a New York restaurant group owner writing off their wedding. And we got a Texas LLC who filed for bankruptcy and just tried to hit a reset button.
Where you said they right off their wedding, they tried it more than once?
Did it multiple years in a row. Starting with you. Ray runs it all.
What? Oh, I'm not ready.
We'll come back. Let's start with Bray.
I'm not ready either. Oh yeah.
Bro, it ain't gonna give y'all more time. More time gonna anybody?
Keep going around, you know.
I just
Chrissy?
Hey,
All right, so major Japanese electronics. Y'all need me to reread the question?
Can you reread the third one?
The third one, a New York restaurant group deducted the owner's $340K wedding as a client entertainment expense for multiple years in a row before getting caught.
What?
I'm on that one.
Fourth one.
That's it. So you want that one?
Yes.
All right, the Lauren Hurston. The fourth one, Braylon, a Texas LLC filed for bankruptcy owing $2.1 million and just tried to hit a reset button.
so much pressure on
I feel like
Rachel.
that sounds so desperate. That fourth.
Y'all trying to ruin my
All right.
wedding street.
I'm gonna go with that one. The fourth one.
The fourth one?
Okay.
I only can think of other people's music. We got to figure out our white music.
Okay, guys. Sorry to let you down. I'm just gonna go with
You ain't letting us down. Give you a few more seconds. What you got, Ice?
wait, what was one? Sorry. Okay, yeah.
Which one you got, Ice?
I'm thinking the one in Florida sounds, goofy but funny at the same time. I just don't think that one's real. I'm leaning towards the first, the Japanese electronics company.
Okay. So we got so far. I'll tell you, since you waited to the end, Ray, and then there should be perks for being in a winner slide. Yeah. Matter of fact, from now on, we going loser the winner. You get last pick. I ain't starting with you no more. So we got Chrissy, huh?
No one sounds too real to be real.
You might know some. But so we got Chrissy and Ice on Japanese electronics manufacturer. Nobody has picked the Florida staffing agency with the 47 employees. Lauren picked the New York restaurant group who wrote off their owner's wedding. And Bray picked the person that thought they could just hit reset on business.
This is hard. I'm gonna go with the Japanese too, and I mean.
You just try to go with everybody.
I mean, that is right. No. It's hard.
That one just sounds.
I have my thoughts about these, but
What are they? We have time. Anyways, as always, some of y'all were right. Some of y'all were wrong.
Hey, look at me.
And you were one of the ones that were wrong. So I'm gonna make sure I get right to the point.
It better not have been the first one.
Yeah, right after this commercial break.
no.
It's further this time, Ice. You gotta duck out of here.
The real bottom line with Albert the CPA is brought to you by Right Choice Accounting Solutions, where we help practices, agencies, and firms maximize their profit while saving a lot in taxes.
Yeah, we do.
We help our clients really get that profit clarity and understanding their numbers. We help our clients with everything between bookkeeping, tax prep, tax planning, tax strategy, also while assisting with some payroll and also fractional CFO services. Check out Right Choice.
All right, and we're back. So at this point, we got 3 people with the same answer. We got Lauren with the client that tried to write off a wedding. We got Bray, who I've already said was wrong. So you didn't even have to wait until after the commercial break to know that wasn't right. So it's either everybody's right or my better half is right.
Lauren's right.
We'll see.
All right, so Lauren,
Wrong.
wrong. Chrissy, Ice, Rachel, put it on the board. You on the board? Hey. We got Chris. Yeah. We got Chris and Ice finally on the board. But although the leadership hasn't changed, at least it didn't grow because it's been growing week over week over week. Bray, your debut, not a strong start, but you got plenty of weeks to come back. So
It sounded too real to be real.
I think you got to trust yourself.
It sounded cryptic because I was like, why are y'all saying Japanese electronics company? It sounds like y'all are trying to,
We always say the brand. I was like, is there?
See, I didn't even go that deep.
But see, I really like the write off thing. But I'm like 3 times though. That's
They
crazy.
just didn't get caught yet.
Yeah, people get confident, boy.
The
We not
same
seen,
way
we've
the 3
seen,
times.
we've
Or Jackie Christie get married. We all
Yeah,
like
yeah.
let's get that.
Right.
Now we get it, her and Doug every year. Anyways, that is this week's episode of Facts Only, and Ray is killing them. All right, y'all, it's time for your favorite segment of the week. I'm just playing. I know this ain't nobody's favorite, but it's fun. It's Ask Albert the CPA. What we got this week, Chrissy?
Okay, so this week's question is, how do I know if my business is actually profitable or if I'm just making money?
If that's your question, chances are you just making money. So there's a couple ways to know if you actually take it. Because I don't want to re-ask your question, but I think I get what you were trying to say. You pretty much want to know, how do you know if you're actually making money from your business or if it's just profitable and stuff on paper or if you just driving revenue? I'm going to answer all because it's righteously answered by having the right numbers, people. You just need to have a really good bookkeeper to solve that problem. A good bookkeeper, a good bookkeeping, I actually have a book that'll help you know if you actually have good bookkeeping, but it'll tell you what your revenue is. Your revenue is literally a result of your sales. Everything you sell goes into revenue. That's the first number you need to know. Profit is what's left over after those expenses. So revenue is what you sold. Profit is what you sold minus what it cost you to sell it. So the cost of the product, if you have a product, your team, your marketing, your ads, your overhead, your rent, your softwares, all of that stuff come out before you get to profit. But what you actually care about is cash flow. You need to understand how much of those sales is actually making it to and staying in your bank account, and that's your cash flow. So you'll need to make sure that you have a team in place that can talk to you about your revenue, that can talk to you about your profit and help you raise profit by being strategic with that stuff in the middle of it. And you want to work with a team that can actually tell you the difference between that profit and cash flow, because there are things that are in your cash or in your profit that actually don't hit cash flow. I'm thinking loan payments, those owner distributions that take out way more small businesses than you would ever imagine. And then too, like accounts receivable, like the invoicing, the outstanding payments, those things are sitting in revenue, but they're not in your actual cash flow. A lot of the issues are timing. A lot of times businesses are struggling because of timing and bad collections of the actual AR. So I won't go on and on. So to answer your question more directly, what you need to understand is what revenue is, what profit is, and what your cash flow is. And that's how you know if you're actually making money in your business.
All right, I will take it to the bridge.
All right, I guess that's my weekly reminder that I done been talking too long. So to the bridge. All right. So all you need is to make sure that you have the right team in place to get this stuff together. So if you are someone who needs support, if you actually need to put that accounting team in place, you know what the right choice is. And if you're someone who needs to learn more about understanding your numbers and just knowing what done looks like, I've written a book. So there is a book, the Business Owner Financial Playbook, and it's going to literally show you what you're supposed to know, how to get, yes. Oh. The Business Owner Financial Playbook will actually walk you through those numbers you need to know. They're going to show you how to find them. They're going to allow you to hold your accounting team accountable. And just like the cover says, it's going to allow you to stop guessing and start leading by the numbers. That's it, y'all. We're going to take it all the way out. So thank you for coming. I appreciate you watching, and I'm going to see you next week.